nice and warm day, I would love to get some pictures, but I have to find a good viewpoint. I wonder where a good high spot is. Maybe that tree stand right up there. I'll try. Yeah, I'll try climbing this. Okay, this is way higher than I remember. Maybe not. That sucks. If only I had something to help me. Well, I packed my lunch, so I might as well try it. I packed this drink with creatine in it, but it took me more than 15 minutes to walk up here, so it's probably not as effective as before. I packed this GABA drink too. Maybe I'll try this instead.
There is a very important neurotransmitter that helps calm us down that is located mostly in our central nervous system, which is our brain and our spinal cord. We are all looking for that one thing to help with our anxiety, while most symptoms are related to our inability to produce GABA. As described in a chemist's novel illustrated by multiple Pune University graduates, gamma-aminobutyric acid, otherwise known as GABA, is a non-protein amino acid and is widely distributed among prokaryotes as well as eukaryotes. GABA plays an important role in regulating neuron excitability throughout the central nervous system and has severe sociological functions such as improvement of plasma concentration and stimulates the growth hormones and protein synthesis in the brain. Although GABA's primary function serves as a primary transmitter, it is a structure of amino acid and is therefore referred to as an amino acid neurotransmitter. GABA is synthesized by another amino acid neurotransmitter, glutamate. Started from the Cleveland Clinic, glutamate and GABA act as an on-off switch. Glutamate permits the chemical messages to be carried from nerve to nerve, while GABA inhibits and stops these messages. According to the frontiers in neuroscience, the function of GABA changes over the course of neural development and psychological factors, but in the mature brain it acts primarily as an inhibitory transmitter, meaning GABA works to shut off or slow down firing neurons in your brain. As stated by researchers from the University of Pune, GABA was initially discovered in plants, specifically the potato tuber, in 1949. Further, in 1950, the attention was shifted to animals, where it was first identified in the brain. Subsequently, GABA was found playing a major role as a neurotransmitter in the mammalian brains. In the past years, several researchers reviewed GABA molecules in plants, animals, and microorganisms all separately, but now for the first time, we provide an insight into the general account of GABA biosynthesis, its metabolism, catabolism, role, diversity, commercial production, and applications in plants, animals, and microorganisms, all in detail. We will now discuss the future uses and applications of GABA. One of the greatest challenges in neuroscience studies is the development of strategies to utilize drugs to target specific brain regions to treat diseases. It is important to remember that GABA is the main inhibitory neurotransmitter in the central nervous system, and therefore the dysfunction of GABA mechanisms is associated with different neurological conditions. Several researchers have tried to develop GABA-rich functional foods and will continue to try to develop these foods for our benefit. According to the Cleveland Clinic, researchers are still studying the effects of increased levels of GABA, and although the evidence isn't clear, GABA is being looked at to help treat or prevent health conditions such as high blood pressure, insomnia, and diabetes. In addition, it was also stated that the GABA receptor is the major target of drug development by pharmaceutical manufacturers because of the abundance of GABA in your brain. Similarly, liposomes are lipid vesicles that are able to encapsulate chemical compounds and are used for chronic drug delivery. There are efforts being made for the development of liposomes for encapsulation and chronic delivery of GABA to sites within the brain. The primary goal of this is to target neurological conditions with the use of GABA-containing liposomes. There is still a lot of research going into GABA and its effects on psychological manners. A lab tech working on the Institute of Medical Science states that there are currently many labs in motion to discuss and get more established results in the effects of GABA on issues referencing stress levels, anxiety levels, and epilepsy. There will also be a continued effort in hopes of discovering GABA's relationship with the blood-brain barrier, whether or not GABA is able to cross this barrier or if it's not able to. These overall studies reinforce the understanding that GABA, an established neurotransmitter in the brain, also acts as a signaling molecule in plants where it plays important roles in plants' energy balance and the plant's stress response. So there is evidence of GABA's benefits not only in mammals but also in plants. Continuing with mammals, GABA is known for its calming effect according to the Cleveland Clinic. And by showing certain brain functions, GABA is thought to be able to reduce stress, reduce anxiety, and improve sleep. Most fermented foods are some of the best sources of GABA if you are attempting to increase your GABA levels naturally. Cleveland Clinic also states that there are other foods including brown rice, soybeans, mushrooms, tomatoes, spinach, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, and sweet potatoes are also a great way to boost GABA production in your body. Although finding natural ways to increase GABA levels is recommended more, synthetic GABA supplementation, especially post-exercise, can also be beneficial. Increasing GABA intake can support tone regulation, muscle growth, and provide a boost in immunity. GABA works to relax your body, and even more when it's at rest, which allows your muscles to repair efficiently. This allows for tone regulation, and it allows for muscle growth from workout recovery. Furthermore, researchers from the Pharma Food International Research and Development Department had constructed a study where they examined GABA's effect on spontaneous muscle contractions. The team's result had led to the conclusion that GABA compounds had decreased the amplitude of muscle contraction while increasing frequency of these contractions. Therefore, it had led to more muscle growth. Another study had constructed ways to determine if there is an effect on hormone levels and protein synthesis with the use of GABA. They had gathered 21 healthy men and randomly determined if they would consume either whey protein and GABA or if they would only consume whey protein for 12 weeks, both groups with the same daily gym itinerary. After these 12 weeks of GABA and whey protein, the whey protein and GABA group exhibited a significantly greater increase in whole body fat-free mass than the protein group alone. These results can help conclude that oral supplementation of GABA increases the growth hormone levels and protein synthesis. Both of these studies help to further prove GABA's influence on muscle growth and recovery. Sanja Elsed, a lab tech working in the Institute of Medical Science, states that increased GABA may be a compensatory mechanism activated to reduce neuronal hyperactivity. This decrease in neuron transmission allows for a calming effect and tranquilizing effect on the source. These effects can be extremely beneficial for improving memory and learning abilities as well as even overcoming your fears.
Well, my nerves are calm now, so might as well give it a try because the sun's setting and I have to get these pictures. Oh. Wow, I wish I always had that drink. It's like my fear just disappeared. I'm so much calmer now. Now I can take some pictures.